By the end of this video, you and your Cakewalk will be ready to make music. I'm covering everything from installation to hidden settings to help you make music efficiently. Please watch this video till the end because in the following videos I'll tell you how to make music such as rock music, pop music, hip hop and orchestras. So please do subscribe. And as always, timestamps are in the description, so skip around to watch what you want. Are you ready? Let's get started. So now let's start from installation, and please Google Bandlab like this, and Bandlab make music online. Go to bandlab.com and go to products and choose Cakewalk by Bandlab, and you can download it. And please follow the instruction of the software. Now let's open your software. If you have any problems, it might be because of your audio interface, so I'm tackling that in a minute, so please stay tuned. If you have no problems opening this software, you are very lucky. So let's proceed. This is the first splash screen, and choose new project and select any project you want. This is template, but yeah, it doesn't matter which you choose today. As I said, before we start, please check the device's connection. So please type in P on your keyboard or go to Edit and the Preferences to open this Preferences window. The first thing you have to check is that your audio interface is displayed here. Please make sure your input device and output device are correctly ticked like this. Do you have still problems? Go to playback and recording and change the driver mode. There are some drivers, it's up to your computer. Select one by one and see which works. For my computer, I always use ASIO, and when I record something I have to choose WhatsApp shared. If you want to connect your machine, MIDI keyboard, MIDI controllers, go to devices, MIDI devices, and please check the inputs you want to use. Once everything's done, click apply and close. So now let's talk about what's happening on this software. Please go top right corner and choose advanced. This is a workspace we will use today. Basically, you have 5 windows. One is this control bar, it's top here, plugins or media panel here, and inspector, it is left side, and console or other views here. Let me explain them one by one. But before that, you always have help module here. Please type Y on your keyboard to open up help module, and when you hover over your mouse onto somewhere, help module will tell you what it is and what you can do with it. It's really helpful, right? So let's talk about this control panel. Please type your C on your keyboard to open up this control window. In the center you have clock. This is the project clock, and 120, it means tempo, so it's 120 beats per minute. Like this. Here you can toggle metronome on and off. And this is time signature, it's 4/4. If you want to change time signature, please click it and change it to whatever you want, like 3/4. And you have metronome settings here if you want to change something. And here you have some controls like play button. You can always use your spacebar on your keyboard to play and pause it. And this is the record button. And next to it, in the right hand, it has some control module like mute all the tracks, solo all tracks. So in the left, you have snap module. This is very important module. It's used when you make music, so I don't touch it today. Left, you have toolbar, and you can change the behavior of your mouse. You can always use T on your keyboard to open up toolbar. Whenever you are, you can use T. In the left, you have export module. You can export your project as a web file, or you can export your every track or whatever you can do. Export. Yes, export it. And here you have loop module. You might use loop for recording or edit something. And yeah, there are a lot of things, but if you feel you don't need everything, you can go to modules and you can tick anything you want or you don't need. So for example, I don't need loop. So where's loop? Yes. And like this, it disappeared. Now let's get to the right side. Type B on your keyboard to open up this panel. Here you can see there are 3 tabs: media, plugins, and notes. Notes are notes. You can do kind of to-do list or inspiration or whatever you want to write down. So let's talk about media. Media is kind of media browser. So drag and drop to the project, and now you have like this. And the next tab is plugins. You have 4 types of plugins. One is audio effects, MIDI effects, instruments, and rewire. I will use instruments and audio effects today. And this is instruments. You have fewer folders, right? So go to drums and like SI drums kit. Again, drag and drop to the main panel and okay. Now you have drums. When you want to open it, go here and click this little icon and you can open up the plugin. You can play it with your mouse, or of course you can use keyboard. The drum was stable, but yeah, this is basically how you play instruments on your computer. Click a track and right click and delete track. Now you can delete it. Or if you want to duplicate it, duplicate track. How many do you want? Well, I want 3. Boom, like this. Now you have 4 drums. It must be kind of blockbuster film scoring. Now let's get to audio effects. Again, you must have your folders. So let's say go to dynamics and you must have Sonitas compressor. Now again, you can drag and drop it onto this FX line. If you can't see it, please open up like this, or horizontally or vertically you can find FX here. Or type I on your keyboard to open up this inspector and click somewhere to open up this view, and there is an FX strip here. So again, you can drag and drop something you want like this and you can drop. Now you can insert your plugins. As you can see, I have tons of plugins. You can collect free or pet plugins from the internet. Please Google VST, or you can start from free VST to start collecting your VST collection. Please play with free VST plugins and start making music. So now, before we go jump to the next section, let me talk about how to load VST plugins on your to your DAW. So I mean Cakewalk. Again, please type P on your keyboard to open up preferences and go to File, VST Settings. And here you can add VST scan paths. Find the folder where you put VST in. For example, I have VST folder on my C drive. Generally, I put every VST plugin into here. Don't forget to scan again to make the cakewalk to find VSTs on your computer. Now let's get to the next section, which is inspector. So please type I on your keyboard to open up this inspector. You have some tabs, but I'll talk about this basic one. and when you choose the track, its inspector will be displayed here. So you have gain, this is kind of volume, and FX I already mentioned. Since I don't touch today, well, mute solo per track, and you can record. And pan, control left signal and right signal, and is volume fader, and input output control. Done. Okay. So type D on your keyboard to open up this console view. I'm sorry, but I don't touch it today, so please wait for the next video. Now type Ctrl+S to save the project onto your computer. Cakewalk crashes very often, so please save as often as you can. Now let's set up your Cakewalk so you can make music efficiently. So again, type P on your keyboard. Please tick advanced and go to keyboard shortcuts. You can see there are a lot of shortcuts that are not assigned to your keyboard as default. So let me introduce some useful ones. I use this very often. Go skip measure by measure. If you have marker is M on your keyboard, and you can skip marker like this with my customized shortcuts. So again, go to keyboard shortcuts, search measure. Go to start of this measure, go to end of this measure. I set it to period and comma on my keyboard. Next one is marker, and I set previous marker to left arrow and next marker to right arrow. So once you've done that, don't forget to check these save changes for next session and apply. That's it. Now you're ready to make music. What kind of music do you want to create? Let me know in a comment. In the following videos, I'll tell you how to use Cakewalk and how to make music. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment below. If someone struggles to start making music, please share this video with them. Now it's a wrap. Thank you for watching. See you in the next tutorial. If you can dream it, you can create it.